What's up, nerds? Welcome to Cool Nerd Reviews. I'm Steve Trezza.
Scott Burnett.
And we are reviewing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. This episode is titled One of Us. And in this episode, we see that S.H.I.E.L.D. is now aware of Skye's power.
Yep. This episode was not as cool as I thought it was going to be.
It actually was probably the worst episode of the season. Not to say it was bad. It was still alright.
Yeah.
But,
it was definitely... I mean, I'm pretty sure there was a worse episode in the first half of the season. This is definitely the weakest of
maybe.
the
It was... I was expecting it to be a little bit better. It was still good. I don't know. I did watch it right after Flash, so that might have just made it not as good. Remember it down.
So it starts off with May's husband,
ex-husband.
Ex-husband. I forgot his name. Bootleg All-State guy.
Bootleg All-State guy.
It's on his birth certificate. He's teaching Skye how to not internalize her powers or internalize her feelings to cause her powers or some stuff.
Well, he's trying to teach Skye how to harness her power and not let it lose control. Because now we see Skye as every time that she's sleeping or every time she gets kind of like worked up, everything just starts shaking and vibrating and she can't control it. So and
her name's Quake. So
and she wants to get better too. So she's at first she was kind of like weary of like going to the quack doctor, the shrink. So at first she's kind of like meh. Yeah. But then she starts, she accepts it and she starts, and
then another
treatment.
Mac and Bobby have Hunter tied to a sink.
Yes, they do because Hunter's onto them and they kidnapped him.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, he just up and left. So they're lying about.
So they're lying to Coulson, and then
obviously they're not gonna be like, oh yeah, we have him tied to a sink.
Yeah. And they brought him to their other base, which now they're saying that they work for the real S.H.I.E.L.D., which is...
It was a very bad reveal, but not like the reveal itself was fine, but the actor who plays Mac, like phoned it in. He was like, we work for the real S.H.I.E.L.D. And then he kind of like moves out of the way, and then you see the S.H.I.E.L.D. behind him. And it's like,
which looks almost exactly like the regular logo,
without the wings,
except it's square instead of being circular.
Which I still think my theory from last week about them being Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is true. But I guess to continue with the episode, Cal, Skye's father, is making like the worst villain team ever. Yeah,
he's getting like the scrubs of the scrubs. And like, I don't know. He's Dr. Hyde or Mr. Hyde.
Mr. Hyde, yeah.
But it's like you could pick better villains than that.
They are the
it's just like lady with razor fingers. And
she literally, it wasn't even a power. She grafted razors to her fingers. I was gonna say lasers. Lasers would have been a better power.
And somehow she fights. Was it Bobby?
Bobby, yeah.
Bobby at the end of the episode.
Yeah, but she grafted razors to her own fingers to help her against an abusive boyfriend.
Yeah, and then you would think that Bobby would just kick her ass. And
but S.H.I.E.L.D. had time to put like those little slides on her finger. Like, no. Like, and then they just left her alone. Like, she did that to herself. S.H.I.E.L.D. shouldn't have a hand in that. And then, although the director of this directed the Mortal Kombat Season 2 on
Legacy?
YouTube, Mortal Kombat Legacy. That's why the fight scenes in this were just phenomenal. There was a lot of like unrealistic fight physics, but it was cool. Like
it was pretty good.
When Bobby like hits the table and it pops up and hits her. Like, in what world does that work?
Yeah,
she's just like bang, ha, ow. Like that's what would happen. But Bobby has her baton fighting down. The screamer was kind of cool if he killed people.
I mean, it's another C-list Marvel villain.
Yeah, the one part I really liked was when they peeled the mask off and the skin on his face was all deteriorated and stuff. And then he screams, and I was like, shit, he killed those guys. And it was like, nah, they're knocked out. Yeah, except the birds that hit the ground.
They don't really do that kind of brutality.
And then there was some guy who just took some steroids that he got real strong and dumb.
Yeah, basically. And it's just like makeshift, like they even said that these are man-made. Yeah. This is like makeshift supervillains that like they put together and S.H.I.E.L.D. goes and S.H.I.E.L.D. stops them. And like in a nutshell, that's really the entire episode.
Well, no, there's one cool part is when Skye thinks she's controlling her powers. she's actually internalizing her powers as well as her feelings. Because it's all tied in.
She gets hairline fractures all in her arms. Yeah, you see her arms
start to bruise, which then they put these like sleeves on her arms to minimize the vibrations, which in the Inhumans comics, Daisy has gauntlets on her hands that do the same thing, so that's how they bring that in. Other than that, it was a very, like, bridge episode, I hope, because
it's... I think so. Yeah. And it's bridging the, it's bridging the kind of like their old storyline for what they came into S.H.I.E.L.D. with what they're going. Yeah.
There was one part that I didn't get was when the eyeless Inhuman, we're going to call him that from now on because I'm not too sure he's the Reader now.
I'm pretty sure he's the Reader.
But the Reader has way cooler powers than that. I just don't know if they kind of muted his powers a little bit. Which would
I don't know. I've heard other rumors that other people thinking that he's the Reader too. Mm-hmm. So I guess it hasn't been confirmed yet, so we can't say that. But it's looking like he's the Reader.
But then he's in the room, and then he calls... Dr. Hyde or Mr. Hyde not an Inhuman as well because he was not man-made, but he's just like, you're not one of us.
Yeah.
Titular line. It's the name of the episode. And then he's just like, that's not from my decision, or that's not my decision, and he like leads him up the stairs and the episode ends.
Yeah.
If they're taking Inhumans in, did he just miss the only Inhuman that was in that entire scene when he teleported in? He was like, woof! Shit, took the wrong one. Like, why didn't he just take Daisy?
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Maybe they took him because they need to talk to him. Maybe they took him because they want to punish him.
I bet the eyeless Inhuman's a pretty good listener. So they needed it. They needed to talk to him.
I'm here all week. No, it's terrible.
You're terrible.
Who do you think it is? Do you think it could be Sky's mother?
I was gonna say Sky's mom,
but you know, they kind of made it known that she was like cut up and
nobody's dead. Nobody's dead in this show.
But we'll see.
Coulson got stabbed through the heart.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I think that's what everyone's leading towards. But they could go for the twist. They could do the M. Night Shyamalan and just switch it around.
And ruin everything.
No, let's hope they don't do that.
Did pull an airbender.
So all in all, it was still a good episode.
I don't remember the preview for the next episode. I don't think is it more underground base secret spy stuff? Because that's probably what it's going to be.
Sure.
Yeah, it's.
I think they're gonna go heavy on the whole Mac Bobby storyline. I think that's gonna start to become the main storyline.
I'm seeing them tripping over their own feet a little bit here.
Yeah, they are getting fine. They know what they're doing. They have everything planned out up until Avengers, and
I think they're getting
when Avengers hits, it's gonna.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, next season, pop again.
Yeah, next season. But they have to hold back because Phase 3 is right around the corner. Phase 2 is coming to an end. The timing of it leading up, I think. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. runs through May.
Well, possibly. One thing, sorry, a little bit off topic. They are doing...
You don't have to apologize to me. I'm captain off topic.
In past episodes, I've been saying how good of a job they're doing at separating Fitzsimmons. And now in this episode, you start seeing them, like... They're kind of bringing them back where they're, like, kind of working together again, and they're kind of, like, finishing each other's sentences like they used to and whatever. I thought that was pretty cool.
I liked Fitzsimmons together, but I think...
I don't know. I just like Fitz a lot better without Simmons. And I kind of like Simmons a lot better without Fitz, too.
She's too, like, everybody must die.
Yeah.
She's turned into Skeletor as well. But what I'm talking about is when they're tripping over their own feet is they had to ramp it down a lot because Avengers is in May.
Yeah. So
they have to just put all these, like, slower paced episodes leading up to Avengers because I know normally ABC's seasons end like May 20th. So they're going to go through Avengers. So the events of Avengers are going to happen.
And then they're going to have like 5 kick-ass episodes.
Yeah, so I think the last stretch of the season is going to be mind-blowing amazing. And this leading up to Avengers is just going to be like, we're going to have to... We're going to have to put up with it.
Okay. Whatever. I thought it was good. It's
I enjoyed it. I think it was the weakest of the 3 shows we reviewed this week.
4 shows. Walking Dead.
And
it's still the weakest.
Well, I say we because I don't review Walking Dead, and the world revolves around me, not the sun.
Oh, shut the fuck up. So, no, I agree. I think of the 4 shows, it was the weakest, but I still don't think it was bad.
Well, The Walking Dead was great this week. For once. Oh, poor Noah. Rest in peace. Everybody ate Chris.
Everybody ate Chris.
See, right. Captain off topic.
Check out our other reviews. Check out the Walking Dead review. Check out we have
check out Flash.
Flash now.
Yeah, so good.
Flash was a good review. It was a good episode, and Arrow also was also a good episode. So check out all of our other reviews.
Flash, nothing top that one. That's at the bar.
We will and we'll see you next week on Cool Nerd Reviews.
Or later, because we still have more to review.